straight game, this time to the Orlando Magic. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this. What's going on, my Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it. The Chicago Bulls lose yet again, man. Unfortunately, the Bulls just cannot get out of their own way. And the story of this game was a lot similar to the last few games for the Chicago Bulls. They had a 14-point lead at one point in this game and could not solidify the win. And this continually is a thing for the Chicago Bulls, and it's much of the same reasons why as well. The Bulls cannot rebound at all in the fourth quarter of games, and it allows teams to get back into games. And that was a huge reason why the Orlando Magic were able to come back in this game despite the Chicago Bulls having a big lead at one point. And that's just what it comes down to. The Bulls had a 15-point lead. My mistake in this one. And you got rebounded by 3 against the Orlando Magic. But the second chance points, the Orlando Magic have 15 second chance points in this game and 62 points in the paint. It's just unfortunate. Yet again, the Chicago Bulls could not. They get out-hustled yet again. The Orlando Magic win points in the paint 62-54. They win second chance points 15-9. They win fast break points 19-7. It just, unfortunately, it's just this thing again where the Bulls just cannot get out of their own way and execute well enough down the stretch of the game to be able to win basketball games. And as long as this keeps happening, it's gonna keep going on for the Bulls, man. So it comes that, like, I'll say this, and I'll give the Bulls this. They looked way better defensively for large portions of this game until it really was close down the stretch of the game. They didn't settle for bad shots as frequently in this game either. So those are things that look good for the Bulls also. But it's the execution. And we know the Bulls are missing a lot of players. Kevin Huerter, ends up not returning in this game after playing 5 minutes in the game. We're missing Kobe. We're missing Jalen. We're missing all those type of players. But overall, it's just still, the Bulls just don't have enough, man. They don't have enough, and it comes down to a lot of it is execution with this team. That's what a lot of this is. It's execution, it's desire, it's heart, it's all those type of things. And as long as the Bulls are continually lacking those things, it's just going to be, we're going to see a lot of this. The Bulls are going to win some of these games, but they're going to lose a lot of them because it's just execution down the stretch. Desmond Bane, who has been struggling for the large part of the season, has been playing a lot better recently, dropped 37 points on you, 12 of 17, highly efficient, 10 of 10 from the free throw line. He just killed you today. You had 25 points from Franz Wagner today, 17 from Wendell Carter. He had that and 6 rebounds. You had 10 points from Jalen Suggs, 22 points from Anthony Black off the bench, who's having a breakout year for this Orlando Magic team. You look at the Bulls on the flip side. Yeah, you got Josh Giddey with 20 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 turnovers, though. After Josh Giddey's done a pretty good job at keeping the turnovers low, he does have 3 steals in the block as well. Modest has 21 points. Modest's best game in a while. He goes 7 of 16 from the field, 5 of 6 from free throw line, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Like I said, overall, a pretty solid game for Modest Buzelis. They did put Batazde on him in this game, and that really kind of nullified him for a little bit of stretch there. But, Modest, who's been struggling, it was a good get-back game for Modest. Too bad it couldn't come in a win. Vooch had 20 and 11 with 5 assists, 2 steals as well. Kevin Huerter plays 5 minutes and 41 seconds. No points, 0 for 3 from the field for him. You get 10 points from Julian Phillips, who played 21 minutes in today's game, 20 from Trey Jones coming off the bench, which is solid enough. But, man, this team just it continually is the same lack of effort thing from this team. And, unfortunately, I don't see it stopping anytime soon, man. So when you hear things like the Bulls are interested in Anthony Davis or whatever else it is, I don't know what's going to happen if the Bulls keep losing this way. Now, again, we were missing players as we have in a lot of these games, but that really is an excuse at this point. They were out without Paolo Banchero. I'll say this. If you watch this game, I don't think you'll feel like the Bulls lost this game because of who they were missing. They lost this game because they played like ass down the most important stretch of the game, and the Orlando Magic played better. The Orlando Magic, they played better when this game tightened up. The Bulls tightened up. And that almost the last two possessions by the Bulls, a lot of dumb shit going. They were still in a position to try to tie this game. A lot of dumb shit. You allow 40 points in the fourth quarter of this game. The Bulls just, they listen, they're not playing like a winning team. They're just not playing like a winning team. And until that happens, they're going to continually lose these games. It's not going to stop until the Bulls actually start acting and playing like they give a damn. The Bulls started off the fourth quarter with a 24-19 run. The Magic then go on a 15-4 run. When we started that run, the Bulls were up by 5 points. 5 points. And it just continually goes back to the same thing for this Bulls team. They cannot execute. They cannot perform. We can't make free throws consistently either, which is a bad thing. We left 6 points on the board today from free throws. That could have won you the game. Shooting the ball 73% as a team is not going to cut it. You have to be better at free throws. They're called free throws for a fucking reason. So, while this team continually just plays like shit, we're going to get shitty-ass results. And that's just really all you can expect from this team. Shit play gets shit results. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, I don't know what has to happen here. I don't know, like this is a 9-10. 9-11 now on the season. 2 games below 500. This was supposed to be the Bulls' easy stretch before the shit gets real again. And they've gone 0-4 in this stretch. 0-4 in this stretch for the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls probably going to have their second 5-game losing streak. I know we take on the Brooklyn Nets in a couple of days, but do you feel comfortable that the Bulls are going to win that game? Do you feel content and confident that the Bulls are going to win that game? I sure as hell don't. So it continues to be just unintentionally hilariousness from this team. This team is all right. They just play with no grit and hustle. Exactly. And you need that. You need toughness down the stretch. You need execution down the stretch. You need desire in close games. The Bulls have been in 14 clutch games this season. They've played 20 games. 14 of those being clutch games. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. A lot of garbage calls, too, and what the fuck was that defense at the end of the game, bro? I have no idea, bro. But my mindset has always been, I don't like blaming officiating because you should do enough. There were enough mistakes that the Bulls made in this game that were self-inflicted that you still should have been able to win this game without even the questionable officiating. You still should have been able to win it. Whatever, we got to get used to this as Bulls fans. Maybe one day we will be good. We'll see. Whatever, we just got to get used to I already saw that one. I thought the fight was a lot better today, so at least that's a plus. Yeah, for a large part of the game it was, but they tightened up down the stretch of this game, man. A rim protector would definitely help because they didn't necessarily beat us from 3. They beat us from the inside of the paint. Yeah. When you talk about this Bulls team and needing a rim runner, defensive big, it's clear. It makes the offense easier, too, to get out in transition. So there are a lot of things that can help this team. Get ready for more AD trade rumors tomorrow. That is hilarious. We need a big, end of story, too easy to beat us in the paint. They're giving up too many second chance points. They need someone who can really rebound. Well, it's not even just that. We have rebounders on the team. We're one of the best rebounding teams per numbers in the league. It's the timely rebounds, right? It's those rebounds on those possessions where, teams get 2 or 3 shots on a possession and eventually make it. You give them that many opportunities. Or it's the long rebounds that you have to fight over. It's the timely rebounds. They got to get it together. Get rid of Vooch. He is garbage. Cement feet refuses to show any effort on defense whatsoever. Vooch was a lot more active defensively through a large section of this game, but generally, yeah, he's not. But you can't say he didn't give him 20 and 11. He gave effort. Vooch, if you're still expecting Vooch to play defense, that's never been Vooch's game. Magic just had to put the second gear on, and the game was exact. The Bulls don't have a second gear. They do not have a second gear. So, hey. Bring back Tibbs. That's hilarious. That's not going to happen. If you're going to play like you don't give a damn, play the damn rook. Let him grow. Well, Noah's hurt. So they couldn't have played him today if they wanted to. Noah is out with a shoulder contusion, so he couldn't play in today's game regardless. So keep that in mind. I don't really care about the Bulls anymore. I get more excited to watch the Bears and stop keeping up with this team. I feel like 5-0 was fool's gold. I think this is who the team really is. Listen, I wish I could argue with you. I can't. I wish I can give you a different perspective to say that this isn't who the Bulls are, that they are more like that 5-0 stretch. But I can't. I wish I could. I can't. Because at some point you are what you show. And now at this point we've seen a lot more of the Bulls struggle than we've seen of the Bulls thrive. And so, listen, as long as that's happened, it is what it is. I've lost interest lately in Bulls games. I've been diehard so long, but I've reached my limit, constantly believing they're going to be get better and be competitive. Chicago got the Bears, so it's all good. I mean, I'm glad. I'm very glad to hear, people embrace the Bears. Like, I love that. Like, of course, we love that. Go and subscribe to Chicago Bears Central, by the way. But, man, it just sucks. It sucks. This game was not on Donovan. NBC broadcaster even mentioned him getting on players. The players got to execute, simple as that. Yeah, but it is still on the coach. If you can't get your players to execute, eventually that falls on you. If you can't get your players to play the way that you want them to, eventually as a leader, that is on you. Just is. Like, you can't be a leader and then not be responsible for the group that you are leading. That's how it works. Shit flows downhill. You are the head of the snake when it comes to on the court stuff. And so, no, eventually it is on Billy Donovan. It is still on him. Because guess what? When your team continually shows a lack of effort, that means that you aren't motivated. You can get on people, but that doesn't mean that that's the right way to motivate them. There's not one universal way to motivate a roster or every player on your team. The great coaches find what motivates and what speaks to each one of those players. Right? You look at Phil Jackson and talk about what he did with Kobe versus what he did with Shaq versus what he did with MJ versus what he did with Pip versus what he did with Horace. So I'm sorry. I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong for your view, but eventually when a team overall keeps lacking effort, that still falls on the head coach. And it should still fall on the front office as well. Right? So I'm not saying just Billy, but it falls on the people that are in charge. It just is what it is. Modest was pointing at a fan at one point, definitely frustrated at something. Yeah, I mean, Modest got frustrated over the course of this game with Desmond Bane and other things. And I'm glad to see the fight from the team for sure. But it is what it is. Official team name: Chicago Bravo Sierra. Bullshit. This is an embarrassment and disgrace to the franchise legacy. The coaches have to go, and some players like Patrick, who is a bust. Okay, yeah, all right. What's next then? Lexus, peace, Brother Haize. The team reminds me of the 94-95 Bulls. Sure, they can make the playoffs, but would be swept in round one. I mean, I can't ignore you for this one. So, hey, you're absolutely right. I love the fight despite missing 6 rotational guys. I hate the Magic, and then you have to add T-Rex Bane to it. Come on, man. You got to beat who's in front of you. I mean, the Magic have been a thorn in the Bulls' side for a while, but yeah. 4-11 since the 5-0 start. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Vooch can't rebound. For somebody who had 11 rebounds, they can't rebound. Now, you could say you can't defensively rebound or you can't timely rebound, but Vooch can rebound. Taurus Loss is not blaming it all on Vooch, but watching him spinning like a fucking top while the opposing team runs past him and still don't even attempt to guard him. Truth is, I'm tired. Listen, Vooch is annoying as fuck. He's annoying as fuck. Just is what it is. Haize, do you think this team isn't listening to Billy? I mean, here's the thing, and I've said this a lot as well. I don't think Billy Donovan has drawn up one play where he said to this team, hey, yo, I want y'all to play like shit. Hey, yo, I don't want y'all to rebound on this. Hey, yo, I don't want y'all to do XYZ. I doubt Billy Donovan has a single play in his playbook for them to play like ass. Now, I'm still saying that at the end of the day, everything still falls on the coach. How many coaches have we seen fired? Those Lachlan Albrecht minutes were a bit rough. We need Jalen Smith back ASAP. I mean, he's a second-round rookie, so it is what it is. Shout out to my son in the building. Says, one thing I do miss about DeMar is the final 3 minutes. Oh, that's not my son. My son's name is Xavier Johnson. That's weird. I thought you were my son for a minute there. 3 minutes when the game slows down. We had someone to just get the bucket. Who is that guy on this team? It's supposed to be Kobe White. It's supposed to be Kobe and Josh Giddey. Like, that responsibility falls on Josh Giddey as well, to either create the bucket for somebody or score yourself. They look like a different team from 5-1 start to now. Something is going on off the court, too, with this team. I can't blame you for thinking that, Bronx. Can't blame you for thinking that. You got to keep in mind, Noah's been playing down in the G League. So he got a shoulder contusion playing in the G League. There's a chance that they will all miraculously healthy at one time and actually end up 500. But in the event that doesn't happen, I'm looking at A.D. Marr from Michigan. He's okay. Why are we talking about that? I love you, Todd, but let's get through this game, bro. Leave a voicemail on that. I'll look into it. Blackhawks are getting good too. Yeah, they are getting good. Vaughn, I really don't know what it is this season that makes me feel so disconnected. I lost my will to even make trades. I'm hurt. I've been bamboozled. I have no faith of any major changes. That is crazy. Not they killed my boy Von's spirit. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bro, what is going on with this team? Seems like we lose it in the fourth every game. No fight, bro. No fight. Like when you don't have execute. Like, here's the thing. You can get away with some questionable execution if you play tough and you play with heart, right? But one thing you can't get away with is having bad execution and playing like a bunch of bitches. Those two things can't live in tandem. They just can't live in tandem. So because of that, this is what we get. This is what we get from this Bulls team. Because this team plays like a bunch of whores. That's what happens. Glad we at least have the Bears and the Blackhawks to watch. So miss the good days of the Chicago Bulls. Are we like cursed or something with the long stretch of championships with, well, I mean, you got to keep in mind, like, it's not like a lot of teams have won championships over that time period, but I will tell you this, the Bulls, it is something going on, and I think it comes all down to the top. Like, if Jerry and Michael Reinsdorf are going to own a team, they need somebody at that president of operations spot who cares more about winning than anything. The reason why Jerry Krause was able to build two dynasties, two three-peat teams, is because Jerry Krause cared more about winning than anything. Now, at the end of it, Jerry Krause wanted the glory because he felt like his part of it got outplayed, right? But for that 10-year stretch, Jerry Krause cared more about winning than what he cared about anything else. He didn't care if the fans hated him. He didn't care if the players hated him. He cared about putting a winning product out on the basketball court. We don't have somebody like that in the organization. Michael Reinsdorf isn't at that point. Jerry's never been that person. AK is supposed to be that, but AK is just like, I don't know what's like. AK came in with such, I don't know, aura about him. That shit's all gone. Mark Eversley, when's the last time we seen fuck Mark Eversley? So he's definitely not that guy. You need somebody into the decision-making chair that is going to care more about winning than anything. Meaning they care more about winning than maybe loyalty to players. They care more about winning than loyalty to ownership. They care more about winning than loyalty to a coach that ain't done shit for you. Like, let's be clear here. AK has loyalty to Billy Donovan, and Billy Donovan has a losing record here for the Chicago Bulls. Let's just look at all the winning coaches that have been fired. The coaches with winning records that have been fired while Billy Donovan's still here. You got Aaron Griffin in Milwaukee. You got Taylor Jenkins. You got Mike Malone. There was another one in there that I can't think of at this time. Mike Brown, I think, with the Sacramento Kings. Like look at And not to say that all these franchises are great franchises. Tom Thibodeau with the New York Knicks. I'm not saying that these franchises are the pinnacle or anything, but you can tell a franchise that holds their people in charge accountable for not winning. And unfortunately, the Chicago Bulls organization is not holding the people in charge here accountable for not winning. They're not doing it. So how do you expect to turn something around? You already don't have anybody in your organization that cares more about winning than anything. You don't have an ownership group that cares more about winning that will actually fire some people. You got loyalty to a coach with a losing record. You have not made an aggressive trade other than the Josh Giddey trade, if you want to call that aggressive, in 4 years. How do you expect it to happen? Now, I will say this. We have talent on this team. Despite everything I just listed, we have talent there is absolutely talent on this team. But when you don't have a standard of expectation, when you don't have a standard that you hold your franchise to, how do you expect that talent to then keep up what they need to do, right? It's different when you walk in a building and you know everybody in that building is committed to winning. Do you think that they feel that here in Chicago? Like, they may all like Billy Donovan as a person, right? And I'm not saying that Billy Donovan is the worst head coach in the NBA. But when you're on the other side looking at these coaches making adjustments, looking at these coaches running plays to put their players in the best positions, when you have that, and then you look at Billy Donovan and you're like, hey, did you just get outcoached by the Charlotte Hornets head coach, who I believe is a first-time head coach? Did you just get outcoached by them? Yeah. How do you have faith in that? How do you have faith in that? So, listen, this Bulls team could very well turn it around and win a lot of games still this season. But the thing and the problem that always is gonna be there is, how sustainable is it going to be when you don't have people who are in charge who care more about winning than anything else? And I don't want to hear nothing about at least this player, at least that player. I don't give a fuck about nothing with that right now. We can celebrate Modest having a 21-point game. We can celebrate Josh Giddey flirting with another triple-double. We can celebrate Vooch having another double-double when it's a fucking win. So I don't care that Josh Giddey's playing well. I don't care that Modest Buzelis played well today. I don't care that Trey Jones had a big game off the bench. Because at the end of the day, all of that shit in the fourth quarter where you still had a 5-point lead, all that shit didn't fucking matter because you dropped the heart. So now what does it become? The Bears dropped their Matt Eberflus and they went out and got a Ben Johnson. What did Ben Johnson do for that team? What did Ben Johnson do for that team? He set a standard, he set an expectation, and he started building a culture. Now, it's only been one season. Matt Nagy had a great first season in Chicago, and it fell off the cliff there. But the fact of the matter is that when you are aligned and you have an allegiance to mediocrity, how the fuck do you expect not to be mediocre? The Bulls have an allegiance to Billy Donovan, who is a perfectly serviceable coach. But you're settling for serviceable when you need great, right? You're settling for serviceable when you need outstanding. You're settling for serviceable when you need somebody who's going to set a standard. So where does that leave this franchise? There's no standard here. There's no expectation here. I thought we were building it at the beginning of the season. By the way we ended last season and the way we started off this season, it really sure the fuck felt like we were finally building the standard. But you know what? The wake-up happened. And we're right back into fucking reality. The dream is over. We're now in the upside fucking down. So, I just don't understand what it's going to take. You say you want to be great. You say you want to respect the legacy of this franchise. You say Chicago Bulls fans deserve more. Why the fuck you still serving us a goddamn shit cake telling us it's motherfucking cheesecake? Why the fuck are you still doing that? You have to stop being afraid to cut the fucking dead weight. And the problem is that it's like AK doesn't realize what fucking dead weight is. Whether that's Billy, and again, I'm about to name a lot of players here, and nowhere am I saying that all these players are dead weight. If AK got his fucking ball sack together and decided to make some tough decisions and look at this roster and say, Billy's dead weight, you gotta go. P. Will, you're dead weight, you gotta go. Kobe, you're okay, but we can't win with you, you gotta go. I'm not saying that I believe all that. I'm just saying that if that's what AK evaluates, then do something the fuck about it. You know what? It was a stupid decision, but Garpax realized we don't know how to build around fucking Jimmy Butler, and they traded his ass. You know what AK would do with that? Oh, I don't know how to build around Jimmy Butler. We just going to keep throwing something at it. Maybe we'll get the mix right. You cannot at all, you cannot in any way, in any professional sport, get somewhere if you are afraid to cut the dead weight. Ryan Poles came into Chicago. Khalil Mack, the veterans, all those guys, within the first 12 months of him taking over the job, were gone. Now, we sucked still for 2 years, but look, we ended up getting the number 1 overall pick. We traded the number 1 overall pick. We traded it for another pick that became the number 1 overall pick. Now look at us. You got Ben Johnson in here. You then drafted players that Ben Johnson needed for his system. Luther Burden, Kyle Monangai, Colston Loveland. There were people who absolutely questioned the Bears drafting those guys. But now look at us halfway through the season. Professional sports rewards aggression and chance. You are not going to get anywhere sitting on your fucking hands being afraid to fire a head coach, being afraid to trade a player, being afraid of whatever. Let's go back to the Zach LaVine trade. The New York Knicks offered us 2 unprotected first-round pick and a protected first-round pick. Emmanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett. I'm not saying those are great players. You turn that down and then immediately 8 months later wanted to trade Zach LaVine and never got a deal remotely that fucking good. You got offered a first-round pick for Lonzo Ball. You turned it down. You re-signed him. You ended up trading him. You got him in here for Isaac fucking Okoro. That could have been Cedric Coward on this team. That could have been Derek Queen and Noah Essengay on this team. You do not get fucking rewarded for sitting on your fucking hands. So until AK is ready to truly evaluate this team and make a tough fucking decision, this is where we're going to be. There's going to be some good times. There's going to be some bad times. And it's all going to end up where? Down the fucking middle. That's where it's going to end up. Down the fucking middle. I don't know about y'all. I'm tired of being in the fucking middle. I'm tired of looking at a team and getting my hopes up every single year for a team and a franchise that sucks ass repeatedly. The only thing that's guaranteed as a Chicago Bulls fan is fucking struggle, frustration, and injuries. That's the thing that's fucking guaranteed here. But that's where we are. That's where we are. That's what AK feels like we deserve. That's what Jerry Reinsdorf and Michael Reinsdorf feel what we deserve. We deserve Billy Donovan, Nikola Vucevic. That's what we deserve on this team. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the entire fuck out of here with this bullshit, bro. You look at teams like the Detroit Pistons won what? 13 games one year. I don't even remember the number. Now look at them. The number 1 fucking team in the Eastern Conference. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired, and I'm tired of being sick. That's what it is right now. So, hey, welcome to purgatory. I'm your conductor, Haize. We're gonna have fucking fun here, but guess what? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. And right now, I could call fucking goddamn ice on AK. That's what the fuck I could do. But all right, y'all. The Chicago Bulls, 9-11, on the year, a 4-game losing streak. When are the Bulls going to win again? I don't even fucking know. But I'll be here, as I've been here every day for 1,640 straight days. I will still be here covering this godforsaken, purgatory-ridden ass team. Love you guys. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that is thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode, love you guys. Go Bulls. Fuck the Bulls. See red if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.